Alright, so we're going to be writing and graphing equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. Our objectives for this lesson are to be able to define parallel and perpendicular lines, being able to use slope, intercept, and point slope forms, being able to write the equations for these lines, being able to solve these equations, and being able to graph them. So let's get started. Alright, first things first is parallel lines. Parallel lines are basically lines with the same slope, but they're different lines, or have the same y-intercept. The question is, which of these lines are parallel? So line A is y equals 3 over 4x minus 4. And the equation is in slope-intercept form, so that's y equals mx plus b. And the slope is 3 over 4, and the y-intercept is negative 4. So we're going to go up 3, to the right 4, and there's our graph for line, there's our line for line A. My legs. Line B is 4y minus 20 equals negative 3x. This isn't slope-intercept form, so we're going to have to put it in there by adding 20 to get rid of it. And then we're going to divide everything by 4 so we can get the y by itself. So the slope equals negative 3/4, and the y-intercept is 5. And there's the line on the graph. As you can see, the numbers may be the same, but since it's a negative, line A is not parallel to line B. Line C is negative 3x plus 4y equals 40. Not in slope-intercept form, so we're going to add 3 to both sides. And we're going to get 4y equals 3x plus 40. And we're going to divide everything by 4. And our equation is now y equals 3/4 x plus 10. Our slope is 3 over 4, and our y-intercept is 10. And there's our line for C. As you see, it looks parallel, so it probably is. And that's our final answer. Things to remember about parallel lines are that they're different lines that share the same slope, and they never touch or intersect, which is why line C over here is not parallel. Alright, go on to perpendicular lines. Perpendicular, the slopes are the negative inverse. So the question is, what is the equation of B if both lines are perpendicular? So the first line is y equals 2x plus 5. It's in slope-intercept form, so the slope is going to equal 2 and the y-intercept is 5. And so when we put that on the graph, we're up 2 to the right 1. And remember, this graph isn't to scale. Sorry about that. And then line B, it gives us the points 4, 0. And so, since we have the points, we're going to use point slope form, which is the formula you see below. And for the m, the slope that we're going to plug in, all we have to know is that it's the negative inverse of line A slope. So m for line B is going to equal negative 1/2. And now we have y minus 0 equals negative 1/2 times x minus 4, and we're going to distribute the negative 1/2. So y minus 0 equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. And we're going to add the 0 to both sides, even though we don't really need to. And that's going to give us the equation y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. So m equals negative 1/2 x, which is good because it's a negative inverse. And then our y-intercept is 2. So put on the graph, we're going to go down 1 to the right 2, and there's our perpendicular line. So our final answer for this question is that the equation of B is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. Things to remember about perpendicular lines are that the slope is the negative inverse of the other line, and this is for two non-vertical lines. Perpendicular lines, usually if you have a horizontal and vertical line pair, it's going to have a fair chance of being perpendicular. If you have two horizontal lines or two vertical lines, they're probably going to be the same line. And perpendicular lines intersect unlike parallel lines, and when they do intersect, they form a 90-degree angle, which is going to be seen here. So that was perpendicular lines and parallel lines.